So in this video, I'll just be quickly going over the upcoming banner for Phase 2 of version 2.8. We will be getting a Yoimiya rerun. The 4 characters are already on the screen. And we will be getting Bennett, Xinyan, and Yunjin as the 4 stars in that banner. The banner will be dropping, I believe, next Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on your time zone. At the time of publishing this, it's going to be in a few days from now, basically. And yeah, so let's just quickly get to it. If there are any characters here that are must pulls, realistically, Yoimiya is a great DPS, sub-DPS. She can synergize really well with other characters, of course, but she does need to be on field to do a lot of damage. So I would say that she's kind of a niche character in the sense that all she is a machine gun. Now, I really enjoy using her, just so we're clear. I'm going to exit this screen and just quickly show. I really do enjoy using her. You just have to pound it and really just go for it. She's really fun and her character personality is really nice. But I will say, is she a must pull now that we're going near the end of 2.8, basically, and going towards 3.0? I mean, Sumeru teasers have been dropping, and they've already kind of teased a bunch of characters already coming in 3.0, and even more characters in the Sumeru region coming afterwards. I'm not going to do a review of Yoimiya here, but if you are interested, I did do a previous review of her previously, and it still stands. I didn't change her build at all. But just to kind of summarize, she's a pretty good character and she's fun. Again, if you're lacking a Pyro DPS or sub DPS character, then maybe you might want to consider this, because in 3.0 we will not be getting that. We'll be getting Dendra characters, so there's that to consider as well. Of course, currently on the current banner, there is Klee still, so there's that option too. If you are looking for a Pyro DPS, that's fun. Both of them are really fun to have, to be very honest, her and Klee, and they are, fun to have in general, just for the events and the past history and the storylines as well. It's really cute. Alright, moving along. Bennett is a must-pull character. If you don't have him, you should try to get him. Now, would you go hard and heavy on this banner to get at least one copy of him? Well, hopefully you are lucky and you don't have to go too hard and heavy. But if you are a newer player and you don't have any Bennetts, you should at least try to get one Bennett. Of course, as many constellations as possible. One quick little tip, do not activate his last constellation if you want to do more reactions, because this last one will infuse pyro damage on a lot of basically on a lot of the skills that are inside of his circle, his burst circle, and that may not allow you to do as many reactions. So that's why most players do not activate that last constellation, even if they have it. So like myself. So just as a little quick tip, Bennett is a must pull. He buffs, and I always bring him into the Abyss, especially the harder, more tankier bosses and battles, because he can definitely buff up on any character, including especially my Raiden Shogun and any other character that I need to finish off those domains really quickly with. Xinyan is a lovable character. I mean, I know the English VA country voice isn't working for her. Nothing against the VA actress, but the choice to do a country accent is not working for her, because that doesn't really jive with rock and roll style anyway. Regardless, she's a lovely character, especially in the current Summertime Odyssey event that's still ongoing. And she is a pretty lovely character. She has positive vibes and she's pretty cool. I would say that she is also another Pyro sub DPS character. You could use her as a DPS. She's also physical as well, physical damage. She is not that popular, to be very honest. She has some minor shielding and all that. She's not horrible, but she's not that popular because of the fact that she has a split scaling aspect to her. And I would just say that she's definitely not a must pull, even though I like her. Last but not least, a more relatively newer character, Yunjin, who came a few patches ago. She is definitely a good Geo character who will buff your normal attacks, so that's why they paired her on this banner with Yoimiya, because Yoimiya's majority of her damage is coming from her normal attacks, basically, after you infuse them with the pyro damage, and so she can machine gun them out. Yeah, so, and Yunjin here will do well with Xinyan too, if that's what you're going for, because she will buff, basically, your normal attacks. Overall, Yunjin's not bad, and she can offer some minor other aspects, like minor shielding, etc., because she is a Geo character after all. So is this banner a must-pull banner? I'm going to say no, overall, unless you're specifically going for certain characters, or if you just want to get Yoimiya as part of your collection, perhaps, because you missed out on her last year. So I would just say this is definitely a skip, unfortunately, because of the positioning and the timing of this banner, because it's coming basically hot off the end of, or the end, as our mindset is, going towards 3.0, so the end of the 2.0 or the 2.0 version for Inazuma, basically to end off the Inazuma storyline arc, right? So I don't unfortunately feel that this is the time to pull for Yoimiya. She'll probably definitely have future reruns, but yeah, any of these other characters they're fine, but then they come back here and there. So I would say this is a skip banner, unfortunately, because on 3.0 we have new characters to look forward to and probably other reruns of other characters. Likely their Archons are likely going to get reruns. I already talked about my 3.0 rerun predictions characters. Check that video out. It did get a lot of views and comments. Feel free to let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video where I will be talking about the weapon banner. Alright, so stay